My dear viewers, welcome to this coffee cup reading. This coffee cup is for all Scorpios and it's for the month of November, a little bit over 2025. I hope you'll enjoy this reading, my dear Scorpio. This is about different areas of your life, everything that you need to know, hidden matters, important factors, information from the heavens or the universe, and everything you need to know. So I hope you'll enjoy this reading. I hope it supports you in seeing where you're at and what's coming and what's hidden and what's about to take place, all of that. So I'd like to welcome each and every one of you. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'm in gratitude to you here, being here, supporting me in watching the videos, the extra 1 or 2 videos that I've asked for in support of my health. I'm in gratitude for those of you who are contributing towards that. So thank you all for being here. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all the best at everything you're doing. And thank you all for your thumbs up, your feedback, your kind words, everything, my dear Scorpio. Now, for those of you who are new to the coffee cup, I want you to be mindful that prior to doing the coffee cup, I do meditate deeply, and I'm given information at the time of meditation, and I write it down on a piece of paper, and then I jot it down a bit more clearly here after I finish, and I'd like to deliver that to you right at the end of this reading, so stay tuned for that. Glasses on, and let's have a look at your cup. It is absolutely magnificent. As always, there's so much happening here and something amazing, like meditation. This is like a Buddha, look like a Buddhist temple, like actually it looks like a Buddha, and that means there's something about your garden, or installing a Buddha there, or getting into meditation. I'll talk about that when I get there, but it does look incredible. A lot of changes, especially one major impact is leaving. In fact, there are 2 important factors in your life, then they're both leaving. One is about to leave now, and the other one is a bit later on. We'll talk about that too. And then let's start from the beginning. Glasses on, and let's see what you need to know. My dear Scorpio, starting with the beginning, and it looks like to me that there is something that you were waiting for. Maybe subconsciously, not sort of not knowing that you were waiting for. You wanted to establish something, and maybe it was part of your heart. You wanted something, and you were all tied up about it, and you couldn't talk about it, but it was something you wanted, and now it's actually happening. And in the midst of it happening, it may be connected to a karmic ending. A karmic ending that doesn't mean a negative thing. It means a very positive thing, in fact. Something that you've been working on, something that you have dealt with for so long, something or a situation that you feel like you achieved and you established and you put so much effort into, finally is about to, it's like, a small garden that you might have been taking care of and giving it water and getting rid of the weeds and really taking care of it, and then all of a sudden this garden starts blooming and giving you all kinds of harvest, and you are absolutely very happy with your hard work because you're seeing the results. In a way, it's a strange thing, because when this situation ends, you do feel a sense of release, like as though you were tied up, as though this situation was keeping you, I guess you had responsibilities maybe, and now it's over in a way. It's like, I see like you crossing a mountain, and it was that hard. You did it, and you did great. And I feel like a lot of obstacles and problems with that shift are being removed from your life, believe it or not. And it is a chapter part of your life that you were working very hard on, and it might have been a situation that was for years and years and years. Finally, it is over. And what's incredible, what I'm seeing here, it is it will cause you some depression and some anxiety. And I feel like this person that is leaving could be a Gemini, because I'm seeing Gemini here very strong. And I'm seeing also the Gemini is connected to the spring in the northern hemisphere, not here in the southern hemisphere. So I'm seeing spring connected to it, but it's not about the spring. Oh my God, spring is here. What am I saying? Because it's cold here, I always forget it's spring. We are in spring. It's October. My goodness, what am I talking about? Even though this coffee cup is for November, but I'm doing it for October. Oh my God, October. So it's talking about the time that this situation is ending. this chapter of your life, which was a karmic tie. It was a contract. It wasn't something difficult. It was something that you were bound by, and you had to complete it, and do your best to make it fly. It could be taking care of, like I said, a garden, or doing something to do with a home, or with something to do with a child is growing and they're off to college or off to get married. Could be something like that. But this is connected to Gemini, and it's connected to the months of spring, which is really interesting. The spring months are connected to this, and Gemini. So it does look to me like you will be a little bit depressed when this person is going or leaving. There is going to be that. This person is someone that you really care about, but at the same time, I guess you're going to be seeing yourself that you're missing them, and you want to call them, and you want to check up on them and see how they're doing. And it's someone that's always on the phone. I feel like maybe you don't get enough of them because they're constantly communicating. It's a Gemini, or Geminis communicate all the time. But it's certainly someone that's got Gemini in them for sure, because I'm seeing the symbol of Gemini. And I'm also seeing that, yes, someone that was a little bit difficult. Sometimes you didn't agree, but there was a lot of connection, a deep connection. It's going to be hard for you to detach yourself from this person completely. I feel like it could be either a spouse or a child, a grown-up child. It could be either one, or a relationship. You're trying to create a plan how to detach yourself from them, because it was someone that you were connected to for the longest time. It's going to be so hard. But, I feel like you're on the phone with this person a lot. You communicate a lot with this person. That's another thing. And communication is connected to Gemini. So Gemini is there, connection is there. But I do feel like there's also a sense of healing happening in the process of all of this. This healing is bringing you closer together. You're letting go of everything and sort of accepting the change, that it's vital and it's got to move on. This could be in connection to someone who is a male. We have male, masculine energy here. This could be to do with a relationship with a man. Could be the cause of it. This could be a child getting married, maybe. For some of you, it could be a relationship, because I'm seeing that this person is wondering sometimes, like, do you care about them? Do you... there may have been some hurt here, some wounds, some sadness, and this person wonders sometimes, like, now that I'm going to be gone, are you going to miss me? That kind of a situation. For some of you, it could be a child. For some of you, it could be a spouse. For some of you, it could be a lover. For some of you, it could be even, a family member. So it could be, I can feel like it's different situations for different Scorpios and different levels of age, of course. But there is a little bit of disorientation and sadness and feeling hurt when this comes to an end. And I'm seeing an angelic being right next to or on top of this Buddhist, a Buddha, what do you call it, statue, which represents a lot of healing, family healing. And this change is going to be a happy one, even though you might not see it because you're saying goodbye and there is changes and transitions. But I feel like this happy change is going to add a lot of peace and happiness to the family, because you'll see this person being very happy. And I also feel like at the end of the day, after the emotional outbreak and everything, you're going to see the bigger picture. And when you see the bigger picture and you're breathing and in silence, you'll understand this was the best thing that happened for the person that's leaving, and perhaps for you too. So that's what I'm seeing. It's the waiting game is over. This is beginning, and the process is taking place. I'm in October. This is all happening in October for many of you. And of course, this is a November reading, but it's showing right at the beginning of your cup all the way up to here. That's what this is all about. Inner child being, see, there is children here. There could be a child. There could be an inner child healing. And it's like if you're worried about this child who's grown up, like, and they're about to leave for college, or they're about to leave to a new marriage or a new home, or live in situation with friends and things and leaving home, I just want you to know that the heavens, the universe, they've got your back in every way, so you don't have to worry. There's great victory. There's overcoming a lot of obstacles. This is a very strong person, someone incredible. And I see like they were torn. It wasn't an easy decision to make, like they were thinking, should I, shouldn't I? You were thinking, either you or them. But finally, it's over. There will be some grieving, I must say, in this regard. This could be two situations. There could be two people leaving. There could be someone that could also be leaving, and you might be grieving the loss of the someone that might be leaving for good. Some of you, because I see like a chariot situation. So somebody could be taking a trip and leaving and going far. And that too is causing, like that may be the one that's causing grief, because the other one, it's like there was hurt, there was sadness, there were tears, and then it's becoming happy because you're realizing you're seeing the bigger picture. But the second situation here, and the Buddha statue here shows to me there could be a little bit of grieving. There's going to be a great journey, like the chariot like that I'm seeing right next to it. It is overcoming obstacle. It is about a trip. It is about someone. And I see a face here, to be quite honest. There's a face of someone very innocent, very good-hearted, a face of an angel almost in a human form. So there is this face here. Can't really tell whether it's male or female. There's like I can see just the face. I can't see the hair or anything else. But it is someone. What can I see about this person? Let me just see deeper and deeper. What can I possibly see? Let me just bring it maybe a little bit closer to me. That might help. Oh, yeah. It is someone that's sort of fading and getting out of your life. Someone that is leaving your life. You know, if you have been meditating or thinking of meditation, you will see that there are a lot of changes. And it is someone that their body was changing too, maybe. Maybe it was their body was becoming tired. Their body was needing support, needed healing. There was something like that. But all the answers are within you. I can see that. And you will see the answers. You're seeing that you'll come to terms with this situation where maybe you're grieving the loss of someone that's not quite well, and they could be passing, someone elderly or someone that might have been ill. That is a possibility also. But you know what? You're moving forward. You're sort of overcoming all these challenges, and you're stepping forward with confidence, with power, and the courage that you have. Your faith is so strong. And there's a divine force that is really supporting you to take you to a great success. There's a lot of spiritual situations that you are going to go through. This sector here, all is spirituality. A lot of learning, a lot of changes, adapting, freedom. There's a certain freedom also at the same time. Something about freedom and something about your career. Maybe you're able to do more work now. You're able to concentrate more. But there is an opportunity coming. This opportunity is a way that it's coming I see a phone and I see a letter. I see a bottle. It's coming like a message. It's coming like information. It's coming in a way to resolve a current situation in your career, perhaps. I see a table, and that table represents your work. I see a phone. I see, papers and documentations. But I also see an opportunity coming your way, which you need to take action in regard, maybe signing documents or contracts. But it's giving you a rebirth. It's giving you a new lease of life. It's giving you so much. It's expanding your life, and you're able to cross this incredible bridge. It looks to me like you might be moving, you're upgrading. That's for sure. That's what I'm seeing. You're upgrading the bridge, the height, the ranking up, the upgrade, and also to do with your salary, also to do with money. It's to do with something starting fresh, an opportunity that will give you money, an opportunity that will heighten your position, an opportunity that will take you to the next level where you are going to be empowered with money. You are going to be very capable. I'm seeing number 20 here, very strong, 20. I also see, which is connected to 2. It could be also to do with 20, can also mean relationships, partnerships, connected to the Chinese year of the ox or buffalo, connected to people that are born in February who are Pisces or Aquarius. And I see a great world being held in a hand, not a human's hand, like being held in this spiritual hand, which explains to me that you are going to be overwhelmed. You're connecting to the heavens, you're becoming strong, you're being released, you're taking charge of your life, but you're moving. You're crossing a bridge, and the crossing of the bridge means a lot of things. You're overcoming obstacles, but also you might be moving. There could be a chance where you may be maybe you're reconnecting with someone. There may be reconciliations if there was an issue in a relationship that might have been a bit of a problem. Now it's sorting itself out. There could be a new beginning. There could be a new place. You're taking a chance and you're moving. Now this could be in regard to either business. You might be opening your thoughts to taking on something big. I see time for healing and connecting and mending and releasing and becoming very powerful. All of that. Now, another important factor is I'm seeing that you're transcending, and your health, your emotional health, all of that is becoming really wonderful. I feel like you're overwhelmed with healing. There's a lot of healing taking place for those of you who haven't been feeling well. Now, news. I do see one or two or three birds, not one. And it looks to be like there are some great news coming your way. They're on their way, and I feel like also I'm seeing a lot of light enter your life after this news. It's as though there is so much fortune and so much success. The energy of like the light, the energy of the sun, let's say. Extraordinary events are happening. A lot of things that you might have considered or visualized, they're about to take place. Some of you are going to be very popular. There's popularity here. There's fame. There's connection. There is empowerment. A lot of power. There could be someone also connected to you that might be Aries. I see Aries here, strong. Someone that might be taking charge and creating different atmosphere in your home, in your garden. It could be someone that's living with you. They might be doing a new project in a garden. Some of you might be considering a situation where you might be offered a position where you will be in authority. Aries is also about authority. It's about power and strength. And then I'm seeing a great connection with someone. This person, Chinese zero of the rabbit here, Chinese zero of the rat, together with the rabbit next to each other. I see a lot of harmony between two people, a great connection, a great partnership, working well together, hand in hand, doing well, and making decisions, great decisions that are healing for both. Now, there are two factors here, very important, my dear Scorpio. It's as though there were two situations that you've been working hard, or two projects, or two situations of life that you are slowly releasing or reaching to a level where you have developed and established a path for these two, either people, projects, situations. One is about to go, fly off. Oh my God. And the other one is about to go also, but they're still here and they're planning. And they're planning to be, they're very grounded. They're happy where they are. This could be the one that's doing the garden. There's a lot of recognition and a lot of rewards for a job well done for you. You've done well. I feel like you have mastered something wonderful. I feel like you might have extended yourself to the point where you've done and sacrificed, and now it's time for your rewards and seeing your hard work, literally seeing what you have established over the years and what you've been working on, seeing it maybe in your children, maybe seeing it in your home, maybe seeing it in your relationships, and maybe seeing it in your career. And especially if you have your own business, I just feel like it's thriving. There is expansion in your life. You might be considering moving. You might be considering expanding your home, relocating, changing. There is a possibility of, there's a lot of rewards coming your way, exceptional amount of rewards, victories. You are destined for a lot of victories. And in the process of that, there's a lot of applause for you also from the heavens, like for a job well done. And it's like you've done so much for someone, or two people maybe. It's two. I think two people, you've done a lot for them. And I feel like in the midst of all of that, while you're busy with all that, you are about to meet someone who is quite hardworking, wonderful. They have great qualities, and you are going to connect on a high level. This person is very much someone that it will be getting your attention, that's for sure. They will be making a big change in your life, especially for those of you who are single. This person will love who you are, what you stand for. And the more you get to know each other, the more you will like each other. There's going to be a lot of fun and dancing, drinking, hugging. There's a lot of loving going on with this person. You make this person's heart really like flutter. You make this person crazy. You do that. They do the same to you. There's so much movement. There's so much connection. There's so much what's the word? Hobbies. You're so much alike. They like what you like, and you get to do a lot of fun stuff together, a lot of playfulness, a lot of outings, a lot of exploring, a lot of planning together. There's so much of that. And the more time is going by, you're realizing that this person is very much like you in so many ways. Now, let's talk about this person. This person is now I'm going to be looking at the signs that you are dealing with on a grand scale in November onwards, where you have been and who they are, the star signs. It could be anybody that you're dealing with on a high level. And the more the number it is, the more of Scorpios are going to be dealing with that particular person. So when you see 4 times this or 3 times this, that's when you know the majority of Scorpios are going to be dealing with those people. Now, I've got double water energy. So you have got strong water energy in your life. And I see the strongest here is Cancer. I see Cancer, there's 4 Cancer, and there's 4 Scorpio like yourself. There's only 2 Pisces, but Cancer leading, Cancer 4 and Scorpio 4. So many of you are dealing with strong water energy. The majority will be dealing with Cancer and Scorpio both together. They're both 4. And some of you will be dealing with Pisces. I also see very strong fire energy. And the strong fire energy here is Aries. It's amazing. I saw Aries before, now Aries again. So that makes it 4 Aries. Aries very strong. Then I see Leo. There's 3 Leo. There was 3 Aries, but I talked about the Aries that I saw before. 3 Aries, 3 Leo, and 1 Sagittarius. So fire energy very strong, but the water was much more stronger. You need fire energy, my dear Scorpio, so that you can become versatile, so that you can expand, so that you can move, so you can take action. You blend well with water, but both of you, water energy does need fire, and you've got the fire there very strong. Another situation that you do need a lot is earth. Earth is very important for you to be able to have foundation and set foundations. And what I'm seeing here very strong is Capricorn. I see strong Capricorn. I see strong Virgo with Gemini. Gemini here very strong. And I see 2 Taurus. So that's the earth energy. There is very strong earth in the person that you might be meeting and having a lot of collaboration with, a lot of fun with. They could be water, fire with a little bit of earth. Now, as for air energy, I'm seeing that there is Gemini, very strong, Gemini Virgo. So there was Gemini Virgo before, 3, and now we got 3 more Gemini Virgo. So that makes it 6 Gemini Virgo, very strong. Then we've got 3 Aquarius, air energy, and then we have Libra Taurus. Very interesting. In the Taurus, we didn't have the Libra. But in the Libra, we have Libra Taurus. So this would make it, I would say, 3 Taurus and 3 Libra. Very strong. Aquarius 3 and Gemini Virgo 6 times. Okay, that's very interesting to see that. There could be someone very strong in your life for the majority of Scorpio who is the Virgo Gemini. Now, moving on to the Chinese years, I'll go through them quickly and then we'll go through the meditation information. I see 4 Chinese year of the rabbit. I saw the rabbit and the rat before. Listen to this, is going to be really amazing. So that's 4 Chinese year of the rabbit, but there was 1 rabbit before, so that makes it 5 Chinese year of the rabbit. The more they are, the majority of Scorpio are going to be dealing with this Chinese year. So Chinese year of the rabbit 5 times. Oh, and then I've got, sorry, I hit the chair. Chinese year of the rat, which I saw the rat before at the beginning. And I remember, yes, it was the rat and the rabbit. So Chinese year of the rat 4 times. So 1 more time, 5 rabbits and 5 rats. These are the strongest Chinese years. But it doesn't stop there because I just saw tiger. Chinese year of the tiger, 4 of them. Chinese year of the goat, there's 4. Chinese year of the ox, buffalo, there are 4. So that's all the fours. Then I'm seeing 3-3. Now there's 3 Chinese year of the dog, Chinese year of the pig, Chinese year of the rooster, and then there is the horse. There's about 2 horses, and there's 1 monkey, Chinese year of the monkey. Very interesting. Now I'm going to go through this information here that has come through for you. Just bear with me. I'll drink a little bit of water and then I will start just a sip. And then I'll go through this with you to be able to continue. Here we go. Now, we don't need glasses for this. Let's take this. Okay. It says protection and victory from danger. Very interesting. Protection and victory from danger. So anything dangerous, you are protected, and there's going to be a victory for you. You will overcome danger. So that is good. Thank God for that. Limitation is power. So limiting situations, setting boundaries and saying, I'll do this only this much. I'll do this much. Setting limits on everything. That is power. You need to know if you're doing that. And I know, in fact, I do know one particular Scorpio that I cherish a lot. And she's an amazing person when it comes to limiting everything. She does everything by limiting everything. Like everything has to have limits. And I'm amazed at this. I have to tell her about this. Limitation is power. This came in from the heavens or the universe. So it says use it always without a doubt. So if you're doubting something, don't doubt it. Always set limits with everything you do. Not only, people set limits sometimes when they're eating or when they're drinking or when they're going out or when they're, dealing with situations, setting limits. And if you're feeling guilty, don't doubt it. You're doing great. It's power. Limitations is power. How I love that. That is amazing. Okay, it says your expectations will be granted soon. Your expectations will be granted soon. That's great news. Wonderful. A shocking message. Remember I said birds all over, news is coming. And there was a situation where you had to act on quickly. So it says a shocking message. There is going to be a shocking message. Something about trans. Now, I was given the word trans. Trans can be transformations, transmutations, transgender, and transport. So there could be business and transport. There could be something happening in news about transport. There could be transformations. There could be a transgender situation with someone. And then after trans, I've got the word wife. Now, I wasn't given spouse. I was given wife. So there is that. It is connected to something to do with Cancer. The star sign Cancer, water energy. Very interesting. Maybe your spouse could be, if you're a masculine energy, you might have a spouse who's a wife who's Cancer. That could be possible. Okay. Something about Cancer, star sign Cancer, and the gift. Something about a gift. Someone with strong hands, so that you know who this person is. They've got strong hands. And something to do with being direct and to the point. After the gift, direct and strong hands. In a good position, of course, being in a good position, something about being in a good position. And then it says, of course, or certainly. So I was given, of course, and I put certainly. Something for sure. Okay, now I'm going to give you all the initials that have come to do with the people. The more the number, again, the more the majority of Scorpio will be dealing with those initials. So I was given 4 times for C for Charlie or Canada, 3 times M for money or Morocco, 4 times the letter K for kangaroo or kiwi fruit, 4 times the letter Y for yes or yellow, 4 times the letter U for umbrella or under, 3 times the letter I for I am, 3 times the letter E for eggs or elephant, 2 times the letter S for sweet, 2 times the letter Q for quails. Then I was given Z for zebra, A for Alaska. 2 times the letter A for Alaska, then Z for zebra, F for fox, R for Rome. Then I was given 2 numbers to pass on to you. The numbers are number 7. Number 7 is connected to the Chinese year of the horse. It is also connected to July. People born in July who are Cancer or Leo. So we had Cancer here, somebody who's maybe a spouse material. And then it is to do with July itself. So from the time you see this, it is all about, 7 is all about spirituality and freedom. Spiritual growth and freedom. And that's why you had the Buddha in your reading. So spiritual growth, we've got healing, we've got freedom. All happening from the time you see this cup all the way up to 7 weeks, or maybe even all the way to July 2026. Now, being free. Finally, you're going to be free from something, that's for sure. Then we've got number 5, connected to the Chinese year of the dragon, connected to people that are born in May who are Taurus. We had Taurus, Libra a few times here, I think 5 times maybe. Or maybe, I can't remember. I know the Virgo Gemini was 6. So anyway, and yes, 5 is also connected to Taurus and is connected to Gemini. So Gemini, Virgo, we had 6. Taurus, Libra, we had about 5. It could be someone that's got this sign that you'll be very much connected to. Gemini also was there at the beginning of the reading. Remember that. So Gemini now is becoming very strong in your reading, especially Gemini, Virgo. Could be someone destined. Someone that you're consumed with, that's for sure. You're very much into dealing with on a high level. Could be that person that's moving out, that you're going to be missing. It could be someone new that's entering your life. Gemini, Virgo is the strongest one here. It is connected to major transformations and changes that are taking place from the time you see this cup all the way up to 5 months into 2026. The changes are profound because they're taking place without stopping for a lot of things in your life. The transformations are enormous in your life. There's transmutations, there's rebirth, there's a new way of life, there's people leaving, there's people coming. So there's so much happening, and it's going all the way to May 2026. From now all the way to May 2026. And that is the end of your reading. I do hope you enjoyed it, my dear Scorpio. Do give me a thumbs up. Keep your support going. I'm very much in gratitude for it. Accept my deepest, best, and sincere blessings. Love, light, peace with you, each and every one of you. Namaste.